Hi YouTube, I hope you're doing good. I'm doing okay, not too bad. Got a lot of stuff done outside and it was raining, it wasn't too bad. Admittedly, I got cold, but because I had layers on, but it didn't matter. And then I was sore, so I don't know if it was from the cold or the amount of work that I did because I was moving like this one ash can was I bet 300 pounds at that was minimum. And I was moving that thing around in my picnic table and wood and all kinds of stuff getting ready for snow. We got a tiny bit of a dusting of snow today. That was about it. And the line hooked up for my kitties' water and I started bringing out some water to them. I'm going to fill it up probably tomorrow, but just a little bit at a time. So, anyway, as far as like I got a Doug traded for a dining room table, and the chairs have like stained glass in them and stuff. It's pretty. And our friend blessed our table on the way over here. So that was nice. He said, I said a couple prayers over your table because he deals with Doug. He knows him very well. Probably, I'm going to say, going on about 20 years. I watched his children grow up. So it's like, yeah, it's been, I think he said he's 46. So a lot of people that I consider friends are, well, I have older ones and younger ones, not any really, really close friends, but this guy in particular, I never really talked to him too much. I would try not to, so. But he has grown up some. That does help with people sometimes, so occasionally. So, how's everybody doing? you know, I might have asked that already, but I am a little tired. I couldn't get in a comfortable position last night. I started doing some yoga to try and relieve the pain in my back and my hips, and it's like, nah, because I didn't have a long enough coat on. I really probably should have, and I had a work jacket on, but I should have had like my snow pants or something too. So, yeah, live and learn, right? Until you do something too stupid and you're so old you just drop dead from the dumb thing you just did. That would be my luck. I'm just shooting the breeze really quick. So I just got through throwing out my other kitchen chairs. I'm going to take out to the kitty house and um, have some straightening to do around in their house, and then I am going to show you it'll be in its ready for winter for them. They're doing good. Even their water inside there last night didn't freeze, so they're not freezing in there. And they have sleeping bags and comforters and all, chairs, all kinds of things. So, yeah, you'll see. Big insulated doghouse. Another chest that's turned into a box they can go in. You'll see. It's pretty cool. With a ramp up to it. So, like I say, I got some straightening to do in there. And because when summer came, they didn't really go in there much because they're wild cats. They were all over the place. But, yeah, but they're home now. I'm sure these ones here don't really go too much. Like the tomcat will go off the property. And Puma, I think she pretty much sticks around in the woods hunting and stuff during the day around the property. So that's what a lot of them, except for the tomcats, they go off gallivanting. So anyway, yeah, I thought about watching a Bruce Seasall, but I was watching a Robin's Hood, and yeah, it's a good channel. I just like that he's chatting with everybody, telling people what's on his mind from his heart, and I believe that he is talking from his heart, unlike a lot of people that read scripts, you know, to get out here. I mean, it's nothing wrong with taking a note and writing down something that you want to share with people. I used to do that like 5 years back. I was constantly taking notes because I wanted to make sure on certain things I wanted to talk about and get out here without missing a beat. It's like, yeah, to cover all the malarkey that I had studied to uncover in these times for people. So it's like, yeah, I've been busy working hard. So all the way around, I think you can tell. So yeah, they tried to stop me, but too bad, you know. So yeah, I was talking about, I put in my community the story about, it's not a story, the fact that the United States of America paid for crop dusters to go into Mexico in the late 60s, but mainly in the 70s. And PCP, angel dust, paraquat, um, pig tranquilizer, sprayed that on the crops of marijuana that were coming into the United States, and that it can cause blindness, death, seizures, heart failure. So it was mixed on and different things. And so it was mixed on this smoke that people were buying, and Doug got paraquated. So if he were to smoke now, sometimes the way it reacts with the THC gives him the same effects that he had when he had smoked it way back when. Well, I gave a ride to a guy, and he had a doobie laced with PCP angel dust. I didn't know. And I kind of got blurry vision, and it felt like I wasn't breathing well. And I felt numb because it attacks the central nervous system. Luckily, I realized what was going on with me because I had worked in a hospital, and or was at that time. I can't remember for sure. Somewhere in between 17 and 20, somewhere in them years. So, like about 77, I'm going to guess. Somewhere around in there. But maybe 76. But anyway, uh, so people were getting angel dusted. So I was really leery about any Mexican weed anyway, because I like South American and Colombian, like Colombian gold and red, and um, different things. So um, so now I believe that they're taking government grown hybrid, where the new angel dust set has been put out into society and different things. I think what is I don't know that it's but it's one of these synthetic drugs that has this pig tranquilizer in there as one of the components, has been back out in our society for, say, like the last 30 years at least. And the marijuana that they're growing now is a strain, I do believe, that is almost going to like work in reverse. And then you have those ones, what if your parents were ones that got paraquated and then they had you? They had it in their cells, in their system, and now their baby has it in there. Regardless, that's your central nervous system that goes throughout your body, everywhere, regardless. There's something to think and take under consideration too. So the science with the warfare, with the biochemistry warfare, goes really deep on a cellular level, through our food, through everything we ingest. But that paraquat thing's a big deal. Still is with people. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention that the American taxpayers paid to have that done in Mexico. Granted, it was right across the border, like from Acapulco and, or not Acapulco, but yeah, there too. But it was like south of El Paso and, what is that? San Quentin. Yeah, no, that's Texas prison. Okay, wait a minute. I'll think of it. Not okay. Forget it. I can't get it right now. And I should Santa Fe. That's what it is. I was gonna say, and I should know there because know that because my little sister went there on a walk, and her husband took pictures of that area where they like to go. And there was somebody else, a couple other people like Rex Bear and Jeff Doughty. Doughty went there. Him and his ex Sandra, and so a lot of people had shown because they believe that there's a lot of paranormal activity in that area. I would call it more Masonic, but yeah, definitely. No doubt. I would say though, like the Gulf, the ley line that's around north of Austin is probably about one of the creepiest feeling places as far as energy is concerned. And Dallas is really creepy too. But we have a lot of creepy places in our state, that's true. You can just feel that people died there, mass indigenous people. You can just, it creeps me out. There's burial mounds. That's not by happenstance just because those people live by the river, because, yeah, they'd have settlements, but they did move with their animals and they didn't um, rape the land like that. It wasn't like that. And then huge mounds of just buffalo alone that the government would slaughter to force the Native Americans to do what they wanted them to do. And it's still the same thing that they're doing today, only they got fancier ways of doing it. Well, not much fancier than putting smallpox on blankets and giving it to the Native Americans. How evil can you get in somebody else's country? You don't get any more evil than that. There is a group, a lot of people actually, that are starting to say, you know what? This is still their land, and we are wrong in thinking that it isn't. You know, I knew that when I was a little kid. If somebody doesn't want to admit that, what's the fear? They're Everybody's human just like us. Nobody's going to hurt anybody. The only body hurting anybody is the ones in the deep state that are connected with the cryptos. That's it. It's not your average person out here at all. Now, if you go up in on a reservation uninvited or something, um, and you're not family, you might have a problem, you know? And even if you are family, you might have a problem, you know, depending on what side of the family you're on. So yeah, I'll probably catch a Bruce Seasall tonight at I think it's 8 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock my time, pretty sure Central. So see what's going on over in that neighborhood. That's a really nice place to hang out. There's great people over there. It's if not just to promote your channel, come over and say hi to me exclusively, and I'll help promote you over there because if I think your heart's worth that, I'm going to do that for you, you know. And how hard I work for you is how much I value you, you know. Well, no, I can't honestly say that. It might be pertaining to the current issues that are also my interests with God's heart like that. So yeah, then that's kind of a requirement, and what it's pertaining to that I think people in my community or whatever might be interested in. So I know a lot of people that are my friends and subs that also are musicians or appreciate musicians and each other. And if you are, hey, join us. Wouldn't it be a beautiful thing if we all could get together and sing? I'm going to wait until I can afford new strings to really do any more. I can play. I'm allergic to the strings anyway, and that's the truth. And I'm shy. But no, I haven't played it for a while, but I can play. I got it for singing around the campfire, literally. So, but yeah, one of these days. I just want to have some extra sets of strings. I do on a couple other guitars, but everything's old, and if I'm snapping them, and I don't want to set things in there without them being new anyway. So yeah, it's not the most expensive thing in the world, but it's a big deal to me, you know. I had a really beautiful Yamaha with abalone on the neck. It was so pretty. Folk guitar, acoustic, you know. I got a little folk guitar, and I've got two. I don't have an amp, but I have a hard body bass and a Fender electric guitar. And I used to have a Marshall amp, but I let that go to somebody, and I shouldn't have. But I figured, and this is true, I'm never going to use it because I don't really care and I don't like them, and I'm not going to play professionally. I would if I was somewhere and the drummer wanted to take a break or something. I don't want anybody else's instruments really or anything, but because I wouldn't want nobody really monkeying with mine, even my drumsticks, you know, but I would do something like that. I don't know. I'd fill in for somebody if I felt like it and I was wherever and could do that on just about anything. So yeah, it's kind of that's fun. That's the way I like to make music. Like my favorite times were um I was working up at a hot springs resort, and all us employees would get together after and we'd jam down by the river up in the mountains, and you know, campfires and singing. And my ex wasn't anything like that. He anyway ruined, you know, one of them, excuse me, that's unnecessary towards you guys, sorry. But yeah, one of them that would put out everybody else's bonfire. You know, so we had to look just at that little flame, you know, that type. So yeah, somehow to try and put a low vibe on the whole situation. I'm so sick of them people. I could just scream. That's why I'm swearing. I'm just entirely sickened by it. You know? Or the fakeness of groups that get together. That's another thing that falls in line with that type too. It's like none of this is impressing me, guys. Try something else for a while. Try like yeah, aren't gonna try. They're gonna be cruddy until whatever this energy that's it's something astro. I know that people doubt the strength of God and think they can manipulate our atmosphere. And I just have this, it's more than a suspicion that I cannot prove Apollyon, the black star, the black sun. But there is a thing called magnetism, and I can feel in my bones that I don't know. What do you all think? Don't you feel something like it's happy but funky all at the same time? It's like weird, you know? That's how I've been feeling for a while, about 11 years, somewhere in there. 20 for sure, but 11 really strong in the last like 7, 5. The last 3 years have just been, you know, I don't know, it's crazy. I should feel weaker and older, but I feel like I could just take care of business if I had to. You know? That's all I gotta say. Oh shit. It's true. I wouldn't want to be anybody else but me. And I only need ones that feel the same way and can appreciate that. So, yeah, that's about that. If you're new here, thank you so very much. I appreciate you. I always have something interesting to talk about, even if it would be a rant or something personal. It's leading somewhere and there's a reason for it. And I do get to my points and make my points for certain people in particular. And then I can talk about whatever. I usually chat for about a half hour. And so if you're bored or if you want to learn something or, just looking at my titles of my videos alone, I try to make them intriguing enough to where you go to look for that point in there will be in there, but there'll be something else or other things, most likely. More often than not, I guess is how I would put it. Yeah. I had certain like real rough times where it was hard to go and like I'd hear something interesting and wasn't able to put it out there. I might have put it on Facebook and just left it there. So I did that often when I wasn't feeling good. It's like, yeah, make a little video and, but I'm feeling better. Yeah, I don't know. That's probably about it. Like I said, I just pretty much was getting on here to wish everybody a happy weekend and, you know, um, let you know I'm still alive and I love you and I care about you and let you know about not this, the bio warfare has been going on since Egyptian times. It's absolutely nothing new. They were the greatest chemists and still pass on their buggy little information and little crafts and little tricks and all the rest of the bullshit that they've always been doing. So that's what it is. Well, once again, thank you for joining me. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.